Oh, so how many? So there's like 6 drops, and made it like a. Oh, 6 drops made it clearer. So we're gonna have to put more in, don't we? Oh, that's gone clearer.
8 drops made.
So it's time, so we have to wrap up and and then wrap up your computer, wrap up and get ready to go downstairs for the end of your assembly.
Yes.
Wait, is this all?
You measured it all.
Oh, because this is a turn. But so the covenant is so. What's the so how we get AC?
So, 10.
AC square. We need to find out no,
No, we don't need to. We have this and this. We have the opposite and we have the adjacent.
Yeah. Then why don't we just use the Pythagoras? It's easier. No, we are finding the angle.
Finding the angle, we're not finding something.
So we will opposite
And adjacent. Tan angle.
Tan what? No. You have to write it in this. Equal opposite to 2 over 5?
2 over this.
2 over this. Because A
Hi team, you've just experienced your first team test in chemistry,
Yes.
grade 11. How was it?
Oh, it was like really new experience, right? Because usually tests you do it by yourself, and when you see a question you don't know, you just panic by yourself. But when you go team test, you panic together.
So it's yeah, hi team, you've just had a team test in Year 11 Bio, DP. How was it?
It was actually really good and helpful because we shared each other's knowledge.
Yeah, like some parts of it, like I knew more, and some parts she knew more, and we kind of taught each other, like more information about it, and it helped us answer the questions. Yeah.
And so you discussed them until you got what you think was the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next time you come in, you're going to be doing a review test. You find out how you've done, and then you'll do a review test. Are there bits you think you know that you need to know more on?
Well, yeah. Now after taking the team test, I know what I don't know. So now I have to study during the weekend and cover up.
Okay. And so on Monday when you come back, you'll fix up those.
Yeah.
So you think you're going to do better in the review test?
Yeah. Now that I know how like the questions are formed and what they're asking, I think I'll do better.
Yeah.
Okay. And was it more fun than a test on your own?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so much stress?
No.
Yeah.
No. Like
Oh, yeah.
barely.
Yeah. But you're still learning?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much. Have a nice weekend. See you. Here's the team working on their story. So here's your team.
Yes. Yeah, we're working on what we're working on.
Yep.
Right. So we write a short story, and then at the end of the story, it doesn't really end with a conclusion. So it ends with the saying, author put down his pen because he felt bad for the characters. So then we're trying to figure out why he felt bad for the characters, and the potential ending to that story. So we're writing a script right now, and then later on we're going to act it out, and we're going to film it, edit the film, and present it to class.
Okay, sounds good.
We create all the small little ideas, and after it we organize these small ideas into sentences and more detail, and then we are going to, and we already wrote from here to like 1.5 pages.
Okay.
We didn't finish yet. But
So you're doing your script now.
今あの小僧どうしてるかね。どんなに時が経ってもあの小僧のことを忘れられないんだよ。
きっと大丈夫だわ。あの子のことだから一生懸命に働いて出世してるでしょうしね。
いや、そうかもしれんが気になる気持ちは変わらないよ。
そんなに気になるのなら一度小僧の働いてる係屋に行って様子を見てきたらどうでしょう。
そうだね。今日仕事の帰りに行ってみるよ。
A はあの小僧とのやり取りを忘れようと言い聞かせてきました。しかし2年経った今でも彼の心の奥底には小僧がいました。彼は小僧のことを思い出すたびに自分と小僧の純粋さを再認識してしまい、小僧との記憶をずっと心の奥に隠し、その日からあの計り屋の付近。
こんにちは。体調はいかがですか？
時が迫っているのを感じるよ。
病気のことを考えたのですが、娘さんには正直に伝えてあげるべきです。僕には親がいません。なので家族の温かみなどはよくわかりません。しかし最後まで病気のことを何も知らずに信じ続け、後悔するよりも最後までそばにいられる方が楽だと思いますよ。
先生はとても純粋だね。まるであの子のようだ。
What's the big question?
So the big question for the kids today is to show balance through different medium.
Through a different medium, okay.
Yes.
So that's a little inquiry.
Yes.
Okay, thank you
They'll
very
have
much.
to work out what balance means, and then they'll have to show what balance means to them as well as to the audience using the media that's just chosen.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. How are you going to show balance? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so what are you doing to show balance?
We are doing a mime to show the balance. So we think that playing, resting, studying, and eating is the most important things for children. So we are going to mime this.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Was that your practice, was it?
Yeah. Oh.
So how are you going to show balance?
So we're going to show balance by doing a song and a dance. So this song and dance is basically about a girl and some few kids who are not working hard for work education, and kids who don't eat vegetables, and we're trying to tell them that you should do both so that you can be healthy and only eat junk food sometimes.
Only sometimes. So
Yeah.
it's balance. That sounds like good. It's good fun. How's your You had a little practice. You want to have another little practice?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
You're getting better.
You're getting better?
She wants to have a look. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. What are you doing now?
Taking pictures and then we're doing stop motion.
So what's your topic you're doing on? You're doing balanced?
Yeah.
So how are you going to show balanced?
He takes fish too much.
Oh, he's fishing too much, is he?
Too much fish. Yeah, and then the shark caught, but shark can't eat any fish, and he cycled.
Okay. And so you're making a little animated movie, are you? Okay, that's good. Keep going.
Why don't we get a zip line? Why don't we get a zip line?
That's looking good. Are you going to put some voice on it or not?
Maybe we don't.
Keanu,
Caleb,
Jordan, and this is our house. And what we had to do is come up with 3 energy saving devices for a house, and it had to keep 2 adults and 2 teenage people. And Caleb will explain what this construction is.
This is a water thingy, water power thingy, which water goes through spinning turbines, which turns into electricity,
which is connected
to these rubber these
power
lines that connect to these houses.
Yeah.
And Keanu will explain the installation.
Okay, this is our house, and why we have cows and sheep on it is to cut down, and the grass on our house is for installation. And yeah, it's the house for the animals. And John's going to explain what these are.
Wind flies into these windmills, and they are hooked up to everything on here, on this house, and it spins around and produces electricity,
which then gets hooked up to our house, which has curtains, 3 power saving things in it, which will be curtains,
which keeps the warm air in and cold air out,
and double glazed windows,
which stops the cold air going through
and keeps
the
house warm, and pink bats, which insulates the house.
There's blue panels on top are solar panels, which attracts the sun and turns it into electricity.
Yeah, and this also heats our warm water.
Yep.
For our showers.
Yeah, and we've got ponds too.
Yeah, even though Caleb doesn't have a shower. And
It's the flood! Oh my gosh! What's a flood? How does the water cycle affect our weather? How had humans made flooding worse? What are some bad things about living near a river? How can we reduce flooding problems? How can we keep ourselves safe?
For several years now, the fungus has been plaguing bowling greens around the country.
The fungal disease could come overnight, so you're out spraying the next day. It could be twice a week, it could be once a week.
Increasing resistance to several fungicides has meant it's become difficult to control. That is until two sixth form science students made a chance discovery in a forest near Morrinsville while working on a school science project. They found a naturally occurring bacteria that appears to kill the fungus.
We found one that looked to form clear zones. That means that it was inhibiting the growth of the fungus, so it looks to be successful.
The girls' discovery won them first prize.
My name is Jacinda Ardern. I'm 30 years old. I attended Morrinsville College, and from about 96 and 97 I was a student of chemistry, a fungi that was overtaking the most pristine bowling greens. So we decided that all of the commercial responses weren't working, and that us, the two little students from Morrinsville College, maybe we could come up with a solution. And in the back room of our little science class, we did. Hundreds and hundreds of agar plates went through a production process until we found this one little mystery bacterium that did the trick. The science fair competition, Realise the Dream, the CREST program, those were those little extra added motivation that I think finally got us over the line and eventually took us to South Korea. It doesn't really relate to what I did now, but I learnt a lot of skills through science. How to have an inquiring mind, how to probably persevere, because there were a couple of times where our project just went badly wrong, but we just kept going.
Consultants.
Our consultants, primarily I would say our chemistry teacher at the time, Mr. Lowe, but also we managed to tap into other expertise that were within our region, in particular the Ruakura. I think it was called the Ruakura Research Centre. We went and spent a day with them in their laboratory, got a real sense of a working lab, and tapped into some experts in the field who were really intrigued by our project as well, I think. And science, I think, although it's not a field I work in now, having had the opportunity to see the different areas where New Zealand really does incredibly well for a very small country, having tapped into a little bit of that expertise, having learnt how to find an answer and even what you learn along the way, all of that I think has come in.
The UN usually plays host to some of the world's most powerful people, but it was one of the youngest who stole the show at the UN. Baby Neve is just 3 months old and joined her mother, New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, at a peace summit to honour Nelson Mandela.
Mandela was a living embodiment of the United Nations values.